Hello, Bhavna, are you there? Hello? Hello, Bhavna, can you hear me?
Sarita, hi. Good
Bhavna,
afternoon.
I'm extremely sorry. Like I just muted it for 5 minutes and that completely got disconnected. And I know that you had been waiting for a long time here.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I can really understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome to WEF, Women Economic Forum 2020. We are so pleased to have you here on board. Um, Great. Congratulations. So, how's the day going for you?
Beautiful. I've been watching all the interesting presentations. I was here a short while ago. Charu and Ramneet, excellent thoughts and ideas shared by all the speakers today. Loved it.
Yeah. So great that on this session, we have you only, so we have enough time. We don't have to run short of it. All right. So let me begin this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ms. Bhavna Shah here today. And the topic for this session is quite interesting, which is breaking the stereotype, women shining in supporting roles and thriving as leaders. Bhavna Shah, she has been awarded as the Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. She has also been awarded as the Global Person of the Year 2018. So let's welcome this dynamic leader, dynamic woman leader, in fact, Ms. Bhavna Shah. Bhavna, over to you now.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Sarita. I'm really pleased to be here on this platform by WEF. Do you know, none of us present here today will see gender parity in our lifetime, and neither will our children. Now, this is a report by Global Gender Gap Report 2020. And the report further goes on to postulate that we will not be able to attain gender parity for another 100 years. Hi, friends. I'm Bhavna Shah. Sarita gave me a fantastic introduction, but let me also talk about a little bit about my organization. I am the regional head of Malaysian Palm Oil Council. I head India and Sri Lanka, and I'm also the president of India Malaysia Business Council, a women's Indian chamber of Commerce and Industry, WICCI. A very big thank you to Dr. Harbeen Arora, Lakshmi Shankar, Sarita, and the entire team for relentlessly working round the clock to put this beautiful event together. And thanks for giving me an opportunity to come and share my thoughts with you. You know, we all, since the time of lockdown, we're all on digital platform, webinars, Zoom all the time. But for a second, let's just go to beautiful farms in the countryside. Just visualize that we're in a beautiful farm sitting somewhere on the countryside by the stream, and visualize a farmer. Okay, how many of you, I'm talking to our audience too, visualized a woman farmer? Last time at a seminar, when I posed this question, out of a 350 to 400 audience, barely 3 to 4 hands went up. So see, subconsciously, we all are having stereotypes. And this perception or stereotype formation happens very early in life. No one taught us that women cannot be farmer, men can only be farmers. But I remember in kindergarten, they showed us a picture. Farmer, this is a community helper. There's a farmer. It's a huge, burly man with the dungaree pants. Or it could be a dhoti clad farmer with his wife and children somewhere behind on a tractor. So perception, you see, is forming at very early age in life. And gender stereotype is a root cause of the biases, discrimination. India is an agricultural country, and 60% of women are involved in agriculture some way or the other. And forget India for a minute. You see, according to United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, women farmers have been playing significant role in agriculture. Their contributions are tremendous. And if women farmers are given the same access to productive resources like their male counterparts, they can increase the yield in their farm by 20 to 30%. Imagine women farmers breaking the stereotypes and increasing the yield output, like a world requires food security. And this could raise the total agricultural output, especially for our developing countries, by 4%. Imagine. Let me put the same number in a different way. You know what this would mean is about 100 to 150 million people will not have to go to bed hungry. We will get food. You see that? Now, from farms, let's move to home. When these women are sending food produced to our homes, what happens? When the food comes to our house, there is this almost invisible community amidst us who've been working immeasurably 24/7 without a pay, without social security insurance, without any perks, recognition hardly any, and no remuneration. Housewives. If government were to term housewifery as an industry, there's a very nice report, a study done, which says women's economic contribution through their unpaid household work, the case of India, at a very low estimate. The researchers say they value their contribution to about $612 billion. It's a huge sum, huge percent of our GDP. I took you to farms, we went home. Now let me take you to a battlefield. Let's see what's going on over there. Do you remember the war during 1971, India-Pakistan war? There were bombs dropped on the Indian airstrip, which rendered it useless. The Indian fighter combats could not take off. The Indian Air Force kept entreating the border security force to come and help them restore the airstrip. But there were very few laborers, and time was ticking. That is the time when 300 odd villagers, mostly women, stepped out of their homes in a village near Bhuj, armed with nothing but sheer patriotism and steely grit. And they restored the job under the guidance of Indian Air Force. They restored it in a record 72 hours. Imagine the power, the impact of inclusion. You see, we spoke about farms, we spoke about home, women's contribution in agriculture, in household work, in example of the rural women. Let's see the corporate world. What's happening in the corporate industry? Let me share an experiment
Bhavna,
conducted.
sorry to interrupt, but if you can just wind up in 30 seconds because
Oh,
sorry.
okay. So, no, so even in corporate world, they have tremendous contribution. Look at government, politics. Tribal chief in Zimbabwe, there are women. Today, 7% of women are in political heads, political leadership. They're
Absolutely.
doing fantastic. So, the change that you want to see more women in leadership? Simple. Vote for them. See, the problem looks very complex, but the solution is very simple. Educate and employed women, more participation, education, relook at our education system right from kindergarten. That will bring a lot of change. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhavna. What a lovely speech we had from your end, and extremely informative. And I really like the idea about empowering women and ensuring that we push them. And this is how we are going to have more women leaders. So, on behalf of WEF, I would also like to confer an award to you, which is the iconic woman creating a better world for all. To you, Bhavna.
Thank you so much, Sarita. Thank you, WEF, Dr. Harbin Arora, and everyone out there, the jury. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to have you on board. And I'm sure our audience also must have enjoyed your enlightening speech. Thank you so
Thank
much, Bhavna, for being here. All right.